Do Pilates springs ever wear out? Let's dig in. Before we talk about wear, we need to understand the rules that govern extension springs. And you might know that as Hooke's law, and that is an equation, F equals Kx. And basically that says the more you stretch the spring, the heavier the resistance. And it's linear, so for every inch, it goes up another certain number of pounds, and so on and so forth. However, you can't do that for an infinite length. At a certain point, the spring will not rebound to its original length and properties. When you work within the safe length of extension of a spring, that's called elastic deformation. That means it returns to its original properties every cycle. Once you extend past this point, you get into plastic deformation, which is permanent overstretch of the spring, and it won't return to its original length or properties. Now, most reformer springs, for example, are by definition working within the elastic range, the safe extension. However, that doesn't mean they can go forever and ever and ever. There are only a certain number of cycles that a spring can safely and consistently stretch, even in the elastic range of deformation. Now, if you look at garage door springs, these are a great example because they're everywhere, so there's a lot of data. They'll say something like 7,000 to 10,000 cycles is the workable life of that spring. And Pilates equipment manufacturers have their own recommendations too, so usually 1 or 2 years for a normal studio. And that's a great guideline. And it's not because they're trying to make more money. It is a safety recommendation. You don't want the spring to break, and you also want to deliver a consistent experience. Now, it's not that when you get to a magic number of cycles, the spring just stops working. It gets there gradually, and it's based on use. So you know that when you're looking at a reformer spring, certain springs get hooked up more than others. That's just like everybody has their preference, or you're doing certain exercises and you pick the outer ones instead of the middle and outer one. And other things like humidity and temperature, or lotions and oils on your hands, touching the spring coils, or letting the springs slam back on each other so the coils slam together. All of those things can accelerate wear as well. And so the answer is yes, springs do wear out. It's gradual. You don't often notice it in real time. And the best practice is to regularly replace the springs in your studio.